Fans furious. Fans furious after an ESPN's Elle Duncan compares Paige to Caitlin Clark. Recently, ESPN's Elle Duncan drew attention by discussing the comparison between Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers, stirring up a storm of reactions among fans. This debate highlights the ongoing rivalry and hype surrounding these two incredible athletes, both of whom have made significant impacts on women's basketball, but in different ways. Let's unpack the situation and explore why Duncan's comments have become a focal point for discussion. Duncan began her commentary by acknowledging the immense talent of both players, but quickly shifted to how their names often get linked together in discussions about women's basketball. Fans reacted strongly, with many feeling that bringing Caitlin Clark into the conversation when discussing Paige Beckers was unnecessary and even annoying. Some argued that this tendency to compare the two is indicative of a broader trend in sports media, the need to generate clicks and views, often at the expense of nuanced discussion. Critics pointed out that comparing Clark and Beckers is akin to pitting two legends against each other rather than celebrating their unique contributions. While Duncan stated she wasn't interested in a direct comparison, her frequent mentions of Clark during her analysis seemed to contradict that claim. This led fans to feel that Clark was being used as a benchmark for Beckers, overshadowing her achievements. The debate isn't without merit. Paige Beckers was, without a doubt, one of the most hyped high school players in recent memory, even before she stepped onto the college scene. Her play at UConn has been remarkable, and she was seen as a generational talent. However, Caitlin Clark has also carved out her own legacy at Iowa, becoming a household name in women's basketball with her remarkable skills and electrifying performances. The question remains, why do these two players continue to be compared? One perspective is that the media often gravitates towards what generates clicks. Much like how discussions surrounding LeBron James and Michael Jordan dominate NBA conversations, Clark and Beckers have become the faces of women's basketball, and their rivalry, real or perceived, attracts attention. However, this can lead to frustration among fans who feel that it diminishes the individual accomplishments of each player. Duncan's assertion that Paige Beckers would have been Caitlin Clark before Clark's rise is contentious. Many fans argue that this notion is misleading. While Beckers may have been the more celebrated player during her high school years, Clark's trajectory in college has catapulted her into a stratosphere that few have reached before. Her ability to draw massive crowds and generate increased viewership for women's basketball speaks volumes about her impact on the sport. Furthermore, the injury that sidelined Beckers for a significant part of her college career has added another layer to this narrative. While she was recovering, Clark seized the moment, leading Iowa and making headlines with her exceptional performances. This shift in dynamics has led to a natural competition, even if it wasn't intentional. Fans are also quick to remind us that comparing players can be reductive. Each athlete brings their own style and strengths to the game, and pitting them against each other can overshadow their unique contributions. Duncan's comments, while perhaps intended to spark discussion, can come off as dismissive of Beckers' accomplishments, suggesting that her success is only significant when compared to Clark. Moreover, the notion that there should be a rivalry between Clark and Beckers raises questions about how we perceive competition in women's sports. Rivalries can be beneficial in that they drive performance and increase interest, but they can also create unnecessary tension. As fans, we should celebrate the achievements of both players rather than forcing a narrative that implies one must outshine the other. In conclusion, while Elle Duncan's comments have sparked intense debate, they highlight an important conversation about how women's basketball is perceived and discussed. The comparisons between Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers reflect broader themes in sports media, including the desire for narratives that generate buzz. However, it's crucial to recognize and celebrate the individual talents of each player. Both athletes have made significant contributions to the game, and they deserve to be appreciated for their unique paths rather than always being compared to one another. Ultimately, the growth of women's basketball benefits from acknowledging the achievements of all its stars.